Yo, what's good, people? How are you? It's Friday. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're all having a good one today. Feeling it. There we go. It's almost the weekend. It's almost the weekend. Do some feedback today. Listen to what you guys are up to. Catch up with y'all. Visit with our friend Rick. Zariss will be in the house. We're going to take a look at his latest big release and check out whatever he sent over this morning. I have not heard any of it yet, except for what he's shared here with the rest of us. Saf, good morning. Ooh, you just got RX standard for 100. Nice, dude. Huh. Very nice. Very cool. What's up, Tom? Hey, Heidi. 1, 2, 3. Chakra DMB, welcome back, dude. Ooh, Tom, you haven't made music in 15 days. Oof. Oof. Well, I would normally say that that's not like such a great thing, but at the same time, that probably means that you're busy, which is a good thing. Bunch. Hello. How are you? Happy Friday. And Tremia just walks in the door and throws a daw right into Tom's face. How about that? Oh my goodness. Too much mastering work that became mixing work because of not great mixes. That's the way to sell it, homie. Nice work, dude. How are you today, Andy? Greetings from confused Maryland. Greetings from confused Portland. Oh my goodness. The world has gone a bit bonkers in the weather department. Wherever you're tuning in from today, I hope that you're safe. It seems like there's just some weather or environment thing related every single day. You now have 9 tracks to mix in 10 days. Nice, dude. The most hottest Philadelphia, huh? You have AC there, Saf? Or are you at the mercy of your laptop fan? Overcast up north. Polychromy. Ben, have you not been here for one of Zariss's visits? He's been on a few times now. He's recently transformed, building on his property into a new studio and changed up a bunch of his gear. And he's been mad busy for a really long time working on releases. He's about to start production on Tesseract 2. Nice one, Zariss. Welcome. Ben, how's that job treating you, dude? Saf, just go do it, dude. Use the old orange vest trick, man. It's worth it. What's up, Will? Sav music in the house. Ooh, nice chakra. Yeah, I just brewed a fresh pot rather. Poured the cup. Will, how are you? Are you all geared up and ready for the show tomorrow? Paul, I just said the same thing. Put on an orange vest and tell them you're taking OSHA measurements. That's awesome. I want to make a video in the car wash. Usually I like to listen to the song car wash while going through an actual car wash. And dance, of course. Yeah, Saf, we absolutely have talked about the orange vest maneuver. What's up, Javar? You guys are always so patient while I get it caught up with all of your chatter. Ooh, nice. Hot off the presses from Javar. It's the first time in a long time that we're going to have lots of stuff from everyone but Tom. Yeah, Tom, take care of your ears, homie. Whiskey! Welcome back, dude. How are you? Big ups, Whiskey. Thank you so much. You're just now doing your final prep. Excellent. Nice, Will. Is there any way for people to tune in online? You never know these days. So now back to production. Very nice. Oh, Zariss. Ooh, ouch, man. Even sleeping with the headphones on, man. Oh. Ooh, nice, Will. Yeah, send it on through. You can do drop a link here or drop it in Discord. It's easier to drop it in Discord, honestly, to keep track of it. And you can get comments from people offline too, or off stream, out of stream. Yeah. Links, yeah, absolutely, dude. Just hit the command here in the chat. Boom, there you go. So in between some feedback, what we can do is listen to what Zariss sent over this morning. And we'll check out his actual product there over on the Ghost Hack site. So maybe I'll pull that up really quick too. So if anybody hears what they, or like what they hear and they have the itch to just grab it, they can do so. Oh, there it is right there. So it's huge. It's 17.5 gigs. Whew. Oh my goodness. 17.5 gigs. It's beastly. So we'll listen to some of that. And we will also be checking out the Discord. Oh, Zeep Sandthorpe coming through. Ooh, is that Nacho? That's Nacho. Who do we have here in the public feedback today? Ooh. Zariss, we can give a listen to this too. I did not see that yesterday. Cool. So we've already got Zariss, Javar, Chakra D&B, and Whiskey in the lineup. Whoever else wants to add can. Sweet. All right. All right. Yeah, right. Holy moly is right. 17.5 gigs. Nice, nice, nice. Already saw the YouTube for it. Need an apartment to store that. I'll delete Windows to free up some space. That's awesome. Oh, man. Oh, whiskey. No, dude, you can feel free to add another one, and we will just space them out if we need to. That's all. Is this the same links of... Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Meow. What's up, Papa Kitty? How you doing? Cool, cool. All right. Well, let's dig in. Because I'm probably going to hop off the stream a little bit early today. I got to get stuff done for output before I go into afternoon sessions, and it's just a rushed and busy week. That's just the way it is. Meow. Waves paw. It's adorable. Somebody scratch her belly. All right, here we go. Let's kill this. All right, let's get this kicked off with this one from Zariss here. It says, I'm making this for an album a fellow producer is making, having shared his track. Any feedback welcome. I think the sound could be more full, especially the bass. Gotcha. Too many things open. Where is... No. Not those. New. Ah, it's right there in front of me the whole time. All right, so here we go, Zariss. All right. So this is cool. It's a freaking journey. It's got like a few different personalities in there. First, the mids on the piano, the piano are just a little bit hot, I think. Like right from the start, they just seem a little bit driven in the middle. And yes, the bass could be thickened a bit. I do like that little sneaky little synth that appears at like 115. I'm not sure if we actually hear it again after that. It's really nice. 220, I feel like when you get to this point, I thought that things were going to develop movement-wise more by that point with all of the space that was being introduced. So what I would say is go back to before that breakdown happens, and find some ways to move that thick air around, right? There's just a lot of reverb and there's a lot of like presence in the middle. So maybe if there was just some kind of swelling, swaying, swirling, washiness, some kind of change over time in regards to all of that, then I think that when everything just kind of releases and it's kind of floating there for those next few minutes, it's going to feel really, I guess, kind of entwined with the first part. At 5, okay, so the snare, I think, is a bit pushed back in the mix. It seems a little flat and distant for the rest of the mix. And that said, there's a lot of reverb, but not a whole lot of delay in this thing. You might even be able to replace the reverb with delay on a couple of the elements in the mix. And I think that it would make the overall reverb feel a bit better, maybe. Right, because not as many things would be swimming around the middle in that. So yeah, anyway, there's that. And then lastly is just the beat. Besides some delays, it'd be cool to get, I don't know, just something, a little something else in there. There were a couple of points where I kind of heard in my mind's ear like a tiny little like breakbeat like slipping through somehow in like some kind of, I don't know, radio transmission or something. I think I was influenced by the image, the Apollo image here. I blame that. You know, space chatter and all that. Slippy, swimmy, swanny, Swanson, Samsonite. That was a sample from the producer, Sneaky Synth, guilty. More movement, yes. Too much presence, agree. I think I might need to either reduce it down in places and bring it back, unless anyone knows a good way to remove reverb on wet samples. Well, there are some deverb options. Usually it's like a buildup of specific frequencies that start to bug us in there. So just an EQ where you're hearing the most buildup can actually really help. The middle seems to be a bit thick in general, so maybe something out of the mids there. I'm not exactly sure what the instruments are that are drenched in reverb, or if it's all of it, or but the mids on the piano at the very beginning felt a little hot, so maybe you could start there. Yeah, anyway, sometimes an unexpected key change really makes a difference. Yeah, Zariss, absolutely. Tempted to bounce with MIDI and record with the piano. Yeah, maybe you should, Zariss, because you could really reclaim the whole everything, and be in full control of all of that space. Yeah, breakbeat, bubble idea. Future Pants, how are you, dude? Some transient shapers work really well to reduce verb. I love to set my Alicia, envelope, plug high frequency 7K to 16K, and then turn the sustain way down. Yeah, that makes sense. Using any removal software does degrade the sound overall. Yeah, absolutely. Although, you know, if you don't have any other option and you are in a situation kind of like this, where you've got like something kind of spacey and floaty that does play in your favor, because I've actually run de-reverbs on things, and it absolutely degrades the quality, and then you can intentionally run some noise through a lighter reverb and kind of set it over the top and make it feel all intentional. Yeah, yeah. All right, so on to the next. We've got one from Javar. Rework of a stream last week to turn into a finished track. Nice, excellent. Chronos Aquatic, River of Time. All right, here we go. Was not found. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. Where am I here? Javar, you want to toss a new link up there? And then while we do that, I'm going to play the first few sounds that we want to check out from Zariss' stuff here. All right, so he sent over, this thing is 17.5 gigs. He sent over a couple of gigs worth of stuff this morning. And I'm checking this out at the same time you are here. Man, those are lovely. Those are really nice. That dotted in there. Dude, Rick, these sound lovely. Lovely. Hey, Blackberry Jams is here. And Travis. Travis Ferris is in the house. How are you, brother? I'm going to play this last bells here. And we'll see if Javar has a new link up for us. Yeah, these are freaking tasty. Zeep Xanthorpe is in the house. How are you, dude? Nash Drift is back. How are you, dude? Welcome, everyone. These are sounds from Sky Realm, which is the latest release from Zariss. 17.5 gigs of fantastic fantasy content. We'll get them on here in a bit. Let's get back over and see what's up with Javar here. There we go. And this is great. It's a really, really nice track. I use Sylvan for a pack that I did, and every single time I hear it in anything, I'm just like, oh man, gotta play with that some more. So good. Very, very lovely and lush. This was really nice, dude. The all the subtle transition, like the supporting effects that you have in there are fantastic, right from the very start. It does, like, once everything is really popping around like a minute and a half or so, the middle does seem a little bit full. So maybe the piano could go over it. The piano is pretty big. It's a pretty big sound. So maybe if it wasn't in the middle with the rest, it would have a more comfortable spot. And if it was sitting just opposite of those, those higher plucks that are panned to the right, I think that would be a nice balance overall. I think this would feel totally at home in a AAA title. Is it just me? Yeah, that's what it is, Blackberry. I was trying to write this. It does. It feels like a movement in a much larger piece. Yes, it does. And it feels like it's for something like specific. It's bringing a world to life or something. There is this kind of growing anticipation that you feel between like 3 and 4 minutes, as if something is just about to happen. The kick, there's like 2, maybe 3 kicks right at the very end, and I'm not sure that other things have dropped off and now we're just getting all of the definition of the kick disclosed to us, or if something changed. But it seemed a little bit off pace or something, or that something changed in these last 2. Not sure if it was a timing thing or a processing thing, but they stood out just a little bit differently than the rest. Not sure if anyone else caught that. And Dremia, I keep waiting for a thick down tempo beat to pop out, right? Paul, welcome. How are you, dude? Guy, you're back. How are you? Man, people love this. You hear it too on that kick. Okay, cool. That little medieval dance riff makes me think that the next session will be a Celtic-inspired up-tempo section. Ooh, could do some chants. Yeah, I'm feeling both those things, actually. It's just supposed to be a small meditative intro, but if everyone expects a deep beat, I may need to add one. Well, I do like what Blackberry was saying. I think that I definitely feel that that it's like a movement in a bigger piece. And Dremia, I do too. I always enjoy Javar's sounds. Absolutely. Doesn't need a deep beat. It's a very nice journey as it is. Yeah, that's just the thing, is that this thing really stands up on its own, and it's fantastic, and it like alludes to more. There's like this desire for more. Maybe it's just because it's so tasty. Write the rest of the music and then edit down this intro if need be. It actually feels like the middle section prior to the big finish in an orchestral piece. Yeah, I feel that too. I feel like it's part of a theme, and that it can be explored in a number of ways. Yeah, it really says video game to me. It really does. Like epic, like big open world epic. Yeah, Javar, absolutely. I think you're just writing a soundtrack right here. A lot of your stuff sounds soundtracky to me. I think I've mentioned this before. I want like full immersive albums. Each time I hear one of your things, it just sounds like it's part of something bigger. I think it might just be your thing, which I like. Leaves me wanting more. Adding it to my ambient morning playlist. Nice. Hmm. 2 songs. Yeah. 100% Samaritans. Oh, man. Nice, Javar. Yeah, that's great to hear. I love hearing there's progress being made over there. Let's check out another folder from Rick's release here. This is from Skyrim, from Zariss. This is from the construction kit demos. This one's called Before the Storm. Ode to Daenerys. God, her voice is great. Did she cost you a lot more on this one? Yes, Paul. Drop it in the Discord. Yeah, she's fantastic. She's worth more. This is great. I'm gonna needle drop. God, this is lovely stuff, Rick. She's fantastic. As are you, sir. This one's called Into the Light. What just happened there? I was into that moment. Man, this is epic. This is great. 17.5 gigs of this stuff. It's ridiculously good. We're going to listen to more. And we're going to have Rick on the show here in just a sec. I'm going to click into Chakra D&Bs. Here we go. This one is called Losing Myself. All right, dude. As always, you freaking bring it. Thank you for sharing this one. I freaking dig it. I think I've enjoyed every single thing that you've brought to the table so far. And we're talking about months here now, so great year. Anyway, there were just several points where I wanted to say, oh, and nice, and fantastic. Dude, your transitions, the drops, everything, all of your change-ups are fantastic. Brilliant sound palette, yet again. About the drums, I feel like it's the only thing lacking in this, and I totally get wanting to keep it minimal there. But to keep it in line with the whole vibe and really glue this whole thing together, I think they need a little bit of love. So here's what I would suggest. Obviously, you're fully in creative control here, not hating on the drums. I think the kit could use just a touch of high-end presence, just a touch. The snare feels a touch flat. So, and at times it gets a little bit lost, but it also helps make some of those other perks shine. Like this one down here at the bottom, I would stop the whole freaking arrangement for a second solid and just let that thing go with just like a tiny subtle little reverb tail, and then have everything come back in on the one. Anyway, it feels flat. So maybe some periodic reverb sprays on that snare or something like that, just to kind of grab the ears. That said, the hats do need to just straight up change. I think they're lost at times. They may not need to be different hats, but you at the very least should probably put like a little overdrive sizzle on them or something like that. You don't actually need to add a bunch of drive or anything. Just target a high frequency, like between 7 and 12K, right? And I think that it will help brighten them up. Yeah, this is just me blathering on about how much I like your transitions and stuff. Okay, so there are a couple of these little sound effect swell things that happen right around 145, and I'm thinking that maybe a little triplet delay action on a couple of those. Something with kind of like a nice long feedback. Pop, 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 pop. God, those fucking shades ups, I'm telling you. So anyway, that perk, there's this one perk, that one. Give that thing the whole spotlight. Like, just give them the stage for one whole second. I don't know where in this mix is the best place to cold stop this, but I would just straight up. Yeah, I would. Yeah, everyone likes this. Nice use of space, absolutely. The change-ups are freaking great. Yeah, it is a bit Matt Lang, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Zariss, I would agree. I love the dryness of it, very in your face. And I also agree hats are too low in volume. Trivia. Oh, you're the best. I'm not a doctor, but this appears to be a sick track. Oh, man. I was cosplaying last night and lost my reverb tail. Hats just need volume, Rick says. This is fantastic. All right, let's listen to another quick little burst of Skyrim, and then click on the next track. This one's called "The King Returns." Again, this is some of the latest goodness from Zariss in his release Skyrealm. "The King Returns." Man, the attention to detail. Man, it's really hard to needle drop and run on these because they're so flippin' great. We're going to listen to more of these. Let's boogie on back to the feedback for a few more minutes. We've got Whiskey up next. Listen to Buckle Up. Yes. Love the gibberish. Yes. Oh, man. Okay, well, this is flippin' awesome. I have a lot to say about this, but none of it is a critique in any way. I would say push this one off the door. It's freaking great, dude. It's flippin' great. Everything is really well balanced. It's quirky. It's original. It's really freaking infectious. I love what you did with the samples. Your freaking sound palette is just spot on. It's great. It is awesome. And it is great. Hold on tight. Oh, man. Yeah, be proud of this one. This one's good. This one is freaking great. Let's grab another one really quick. This one's from Zev. Redid the entire breakdown. Would love any feedback on the mix in general and song structure. Just need to make sure it all plays off. Cool. Yeah, dude, seriously, big improvement. Print it, like bounce it, put it in the set. This is freaking great. I'm not hearing anything. As per usual, lovely, lovely mix. I really like the changes, dude. On to the next. Well, this is really a study in what's best about the genre in terms of having something that is loud, powerful, immersive without being obnoxious. Boom. Boom. And yeah, I'm reading all those comments. We do have all the talented people in here, don't we? Nothing but good mixes in here. It's freaking great. Whiskey, I'm going to scroll past this one for a hot minute because, and come back to it after our chat with Zariss, so we can make time for this guest appearance we've got going here. Here we go, Tom. Thinking I should release an ambient album from my past work with a repolishing. Super, super old track here. Okay, cool. Let's see what Tom used to sound like, huh? See if he used to make mistakes anywhere. Just kidding. This one's called Dark Days, Burnt Matches. Yeah, dude, I've really got no bone to pick with this one. It's good and solid, and I would put it right into licensing, man. If you've got more stuff like this, we got to get you set up with a portfolio somewhere, homie, so people could start buying these things and putting them into their films and stuff, because that's good. Now, if your hard drive will work, yeah, you do have a lot of kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd hire this dude too. I'd hire this dude too. In fact, I'm trying to right now. I'm trying to get Tom pulled into a few different things right now. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Saf and Paul. We're going to boogie through these. Saf says, this is a very old track from 2019. I figure I share this for extra mixing needs. My brother is obsessed with this track. Okay, here we go. Always nice when someone's obsessed with one of your tracks, huh?
Okay, go ahead. Destroy my art, my vision. It's my vision. You're destroying it. Did I mention that it's my vision? Oh. Starring role in the video guide to Microsoft Windows 95.
Get a needle drop towards this change up over here.
interpretation.
Okay,
Go to Marcus.
great samples in this
Go to
one.
Marcus.
Go to Marcus. Really, really good samples in this one. And it's dark and bouncy, which is kind of an interesting mix that you don't hear very often. So I think there should probably be a better balance between the atmosphere and the sample loops playing. And that this whole thing, where to start? I think I would start with the fresh volume mix on this one. Honestly, I like all of the things that you're doing, but there are parts of it where unless you lean really far in, you're not hearing a lot of the subtle changes and little tricks that you're doing. It's fairly washed out and kind of pushed back. So I would probably start with a fresh volume mix and make sure that all of your reverbs are where you want them to be in regards to parallel versus serial. And then also that you're watching all of your frequencies going into those big reverbs, and making sure you don't have too much low end, and then bring that whole, the entirety of it up so we can hear all of the details lurking in there, because there are some really interesting things that you're doing. We just can't hear a lot of it. Around 2:30 or so, maybe start bringing that kick up in the mix, right? So like in the beginning, it's cool that it's low, but it starts to drag towards the end. So maybe if there's like this slow and steady increase of low end in the overall kind of, wash, it would kind of bring kind of a throbby feel to it. You could even play with some interesting like sidechain ducking that's being triggered by some ghost notes of some kind, right? Something that isn't the kick, to kind of get a little call and response or something. Anyway, that's my feedback there. All right, so we got one more. Yeah, I would agree with Zariss on this one. If you put a bass line in there and make it pump, then it's techno. And yeah, I just saw your comment, ugh, so embarrassing. Don't even worry about it, dude, because this is a feedback stream, right? Okay, and what BlackBerry is saying is spot on. It's exactly what I'm getting at too, which is just it's not breathing. Your other stuff is big and it breathes, and this is from, you said 2 years ago, maybe a bit more than 2 years ago. And your sound has transformed immensely in the last 2 years. It's transformed immensely in the last 6 months. So, yeah, definitely don't hate on yourself for this one, and try not to feel too embarrassed about it, because these are the growing pains we go through. Get back in there, make it pump. You'll make it happen. You know exactly what you need to do to it. Ooh, Paul mixing in a different track. Yeah, exactly. Super detailed, but lost in the intricacy. Zariss, I love techno. I think everyone is just itching to get back out get out again, right? Dude, Will, have a great day, dude. All right, so we're going to jump into this last one here. This is from Paul. Just the drums, a work in progress song. I think some of the fills are a bit off. Maybe the perk noises are a bit loud and clash. Still need to add more fills, but we'll do that after the rest of the song is more done. All right, let's see what we have so far. This one's from Paul. Yeah. Okay, so Paul, yes, absolutely, solid groove. Maybe a touch of swing on this in general. Really tasty, subtle glitches to get it all started. I thought there was going to be a little bit more. So what I would suggest is, because it's well produced, it's a really good palette. I hear what you're saying as far as like maybe the perk noises are a bit loud and clash. And you know what? We actually won't know all of that entirely until it's all in context with the rest of the stuff. But I will say this, that on its own, it's super interesting in the beginning, and then there just isn't quite enough change over time. That's with the drums alone. Obviously, with a whole bunch of stuff in there, it might be absolutely freaking brilliant, right? As is. But as they are right now, which is all we can really judge, I'd want a little bit more play over time. And it doesn't have to be anything extreme or long-term, maybe a couple little filter sweeps or something on one of the layers in that drum mix just to be kind of tricky. Maybe glitch the kick in a few different spots, right? And then at like the 2.5 minute mark or so, it starts to drag just a little bit, just prior to that, maybe 2:15. I would really encourage you to play around with something like Shaper Box or something and do quick little, like they could just be like half bar change ups or something. They don't have to be drastic. But something that can give you an inspired new view or mindset around this whole thing. And who knows, it might even kickstart the whole creative process for everything that's going on top of it. This is good. This is good stuff. What else is chat saying here? If anything, be proud of what you accomplished 2 years ago and be enthused by how much you've advanced since. That's a comment from BlackBerry in regards to Saf's music. I think that's absolutely brilliant. It sounds like my heart after climbing a half dozen flight of stairs. Oh, man. Ooh, a ticking clock in there. That's nice. So there was a call and response on the other pan side. Ooh, even on the offbeat. Yeah. Have I shared with you the gospel of trinkets? Tom, Masters by Iggy, is making a good point in this, Paul, in that some added found sounds would spice things up. If you happen to have the trinkets pack that I put out a couple of years ago, it would be an easy thing to slip in there. Yeah, this song and trinkets on the Cinco would be absolutely perfect. Yeah, you're good. Blackberry says, my only comment so far is to consider having the kick fade back a little in a few spots so other hard pan stuff can sound as if it's leaping out of the speakers even more. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Ooh, Rift. Shout out to Rift. All right. So we are going to get Zariss on the show. Let's do that. You know what? In fact, I think I'm going to... Nash, you have a good one, dude. And welcome, Rain. Welcome. I'm going to hit play on something from Rick here and go grab some coffee and then fire up Skype and give him a call. So... this one looks pretty long. It's 129 megs. We'll run with this one. It's called Long Walk Home. This is from his latest release. It's called Skyrealm. It's fantastic. It's available over on Ghost Hack right now. The link is in the chat. Cheers, Nash. Take care, dude. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna click play on this Long Walk Home track, and I'm gonna go grab some coffee and call Rick, and I'll be right back. You guys stick around. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, bro.
How
How
are
are you,
you?
my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good. I'm trying to get the video thing set up because I've got my camera on.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so you have to deal with my ugly face. So how do I switch
I
to?
think if you click up into the preferences, there's an audio and video preference tab
Let me go to
that you can click
settings,
into.
audio and video. Yeah, it seems to be set up.
Maybe your camera's just off then. At the bottom of the little window, there's like a little camera icon.
Well, it's actually showing me I can see myself.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I can actually see myself, bro.
Well, let's see what's going on here.
I look so handsome.
Is it not doing it because I'm not on there? Yeah, I'm just getting your,
Oh, I can see your face.
that's good. I can't see yours though.
Um, oh, let me just, oh,
Hey, 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 there you are. Oh, dude, you're in
yeah, can you
space.
see me?
That's what the
Dude,
deal is.
I put a background, can you see me?
I can see you, dude. Looking
Hey,
good, man.
does that look kind of funky? I'm really sorry about the headset because I was going to set up my Aventones and stuff, but
Oh no, we've lost him in space. Are you with us? Are you with us? Oh no. In Dremia, can you see him floating out there? Why, yes, Rain, there is in fact an OhmLab beanie you most definitely can acquire. Oh, you're back. You're back. You're
yeah,
back.
can you see
Excellent.
me?
I can see
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, good. It's kind of a little bit frozen for me from the Twitch, but yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay. So, dude, welcome back.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And hello to everyone as well.
We've made it through a small handful of sounds, of the sounds that you
Yeah.
sent through this morning, as I'm sure you've heard. We have more
Which
to
was
listen
kind of
to.
tough. That was kind of tough because there's so much content in the pack that I didn't really know what to send you. You know what I mean? So
17 and a half gigs, man. How did you do it?
um,
Just lots of coffee or what?
just being tenacious. Do you know what I mean? And always creating.
Yeah.
You know what it's been like for me since I started working with Ghost Hack.
It's been crazy.
I mean, for the last 15 months, I mean, it's probably pretty fair to say that I'm the biggest content creator for Ghost Hack,
Yes.
without a doubt,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So lots of coffee, lots of beer, and lots of pizza.
Good. Good, man.
You know what I mean? It's like you got to keep the sustenance up.
That's right. Yeah. You got to keep yourself in form, right?
Yeah, and I've got beer as well. As you can
Nice.
see.
Nice.
Got the
Nice.
beer.
What are you
So,
drinking tonight?
it's just your typical sort of. I guess it's probably similar to something like Budweiser or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Lager.
Just,
Uh-huh.
but for the
Uh-huh.
last 2 weeks previous, obviously I was building the studio and finalising that sort of stuff, and then for the last 2 weeks now, I've just been kind of having a bit of a chill because I think I needed it, to be honest. You know, because I'm always jumping from sample pack to sample pack, and I think that I kind of needed a little bit of a break to do a little bit of gaming, be a
Yeah.
little bit lazy, listen to music, listen to what's going on and what's going to be next.
Right.
And
Take a walk
that's what I'm
outside.
gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Breathe.
I think I had to. Bro, you know me better than most. It's like, fuck, for the last 7 years of making sample packs for various companies, you know, sometimes you just have to kind of get yourself out of that thing
Yeah.
and just don't do anything, you know? Um,
Yes. Absolutely.
you know, so that's what it's been for me. But yeah, from the last doing sort of like Skyrealm and then Shimmer and then Tesseract and all the cyberpunk stuff that I was doing as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of nice to sort of take a little bit of a chill. Yeah, and just kind of try and take in more influences again, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because you kind of get caught up. Because bear in mind, it takes me like 2-3 months to do a sample pack
Right.
where I'm kind of like stuck in that zone and I don't have the outside influence anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Yeah, I do.
when I go into it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I spent a week before learning or listening to stuff, and then I just go straight on it. And then when it gets to the end of that project, it's like, okay, I spend another couple of days listening. Okay, it's the next project. Do you know what I mean? I just sometimes have to take a step back and chill and do some gaming. You know what I
Right.
mean? And just
Right.
be like, do some
Absolutely.
rum.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was telling these guys in the chat on Wednesday that
Yeah.
these streams have become my breaks. Like I don't have any downtime during the week. And
Yeah,
I've
totally.
I've found myself questioning whether I should even do them some days because I'm so busy. And then I tell myself, well, you got to take a break at some point. So
It's commitment, bro. It's commitment.
it is. And you know, I read you loud and clear on the whole not getting anything like influence wise from the outside world where you're grinding on stuff. And
Yeah.
this keeps me plugged into what people are doing.
I
Absolutely.
think so as well, and especially because of the way that I work and where, because a lot of big companies like Ghost Hack and all these other companies, they expect a lot.
Hmm.
When you're pitching them a product, do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, I
is it going
do.
to sell?
Yeah.
You know that. You
Yeah.
know that,
Yeah.
right? So I've got to kind of like think of all that stuff before I even move on to something next. And it's been very fortunate that the products that I've created have actually done very well. But then it's been like a sort of military operation for me, because what I do after each project is go, right, what's going to be next? What's the next hottest sound that's going to happen in the next 6 months
Right.
or whatever? I'm always ahead of the game. And this is what I'll always say to people that want to make sample packs is, don't just make a sample pack just for the sake of it. Look at the market,
That's
look what's
right.
trending, look what's going to be coming up in the next 6 months or the next year. That's how
Hmm.
you make the money,
And the repeat business.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah. I
absolutely.
mean, for me, it's like I always get paid an upfront fee for what I do. Do you know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
but I want to make sure that the product that I create is going to make the company money. And that's what makes them come back to me and go, by the way, that product fucking was so good. It done really well. What's next?
Yeah,
So
you're on a whole new level over the last year too. I mean, your stuff has all just been so incredibly stellar and at such a high
man,
standard.
that's
It's so good.
coming from you. It's such a real honor for you to say that, honestly.
Dude, it is so good.
I really appreciate that. And I always make music that I think other people will like. I never
Hmm.
do it as some kind of egotistical thing, and it's never about, oh, I want to be the best at this, because trust me, there is millions and millions of people out there that are way better at doing this than me.
That's how I feel about what I do too.
Do you know what I mean? But I think the
Yeah.
difference is like, I am really tenacious when it comes to getting deals done. It's like if a
Yeah,
sample company says to me, "Oh, well, we want this. Can you do that?" Even if it's a style I've never done before, I'll just say, "Yeah, of course I can fucking do it. Yeah,
that's
yeah." Do you know what I mean?
right.
And then work it out.
That's right. We both
And
come
for
from the same school on that.
and then it ends up, for some weird reason, they say, "Oh man, this is awesome what you've done. Can you do another volume of that?" You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Right.
what have I started?
You've started another rabbit hole, is what you've started.
Dude, I'm just like, what the fuck have I done?
Oh,
But
man.
especially with like the lo-fi stuff that I was doing for the last couple of years as well with other companies,
Right,
like
right,
Bingo Shakers and all those guys. I mean, these are big companies,
right.
um, and it's like, yeah, man, do some synthwave. Can you do lo-fi? Fuck yeah. I ended up doing like 4 volumes for those guys, you know what I mean? And it was just like, how'd that even happen? But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
and it's good fun, and it beats getting a day job. But yeah, if anyone's looking at getting to the stage where they want to make sample loops for companies, they just kind of need to understand where the market is. It's a bit like releasing a record. You're not going to release a song that sounds outdated compared to what's going on in the industry.
That's
It's
right.
absolutely no difference.
That's right.
Um, So yeah, you need to do a bit of sort of background work, but with like Skyrealm and Shimmer, I basically listened to a lot of Jeremy Soule, who was the guy that composed the music for um, Oblivion and Skyrim, the
Mm-hmm.
games. You
Mm-hmm.
know? So what I did was I thought to myself, okay, Shimmer done really well. It was just, you know, fucking, it just went crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, what can I do different? And so what I wanted to do was take that whole element and add the whole Game of Thrones thing and add a whole kind of Viking thing as well, because there's like
Uh-huh.
loads of Viking vocals and you provided vocals for that as well,
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah.
actually, um, for that, you know. So you had your dulcet tones on my sample pack, you know,
It's
which was
true. I'm in there. Apologies to
all
everyone
very,
that picked that one up.
it was all very sexy, you know. Um, it's amazing what you can do with your voice with a bit of reverb, you know.
Right? Ooh.
So you know what I mean? And then like doing a little bit of stacking.
Yeah.
Um, and and I wanted to create an extension of Shimmer rather than calling it Shimmer 2. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to kind of try and take it to the next level um, from a sort of an emotional and musical point of view. And I think it worked. I think it did
Yeah.
because, you know, you would never look at the two packs and go, ah, yeah, you're just trying to cash in. Do you know what I mean? With the same old shit.
Right.
You know, there's nothing in those packs that you go, they're just duplicates of whatever. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's
Yeah, I think we've
it,
reached the point where it's just Zariss. Like, regardless of what the genre is, you can hear Zariss in it. Like, if there is any crossover or duplicity from one release to the next, it's the quality of sound and like the attention to detail and the
yeah.
like the meticulous orchestration of it all, you know?
And the psychic powers, which a real alien space bats is just you know, mentioned, which I think
There's
is actually
psychic
quite
powers.
a thing, you know. Um, which I was always into anyway, actually, like psychic abilities and stuff. I've got a thing for that as well. So I mean, I think like when you're looking at sort of creating content, you've got to think of the bigger picture. You know, you've got other composers that may want to use your sounds. You've got content creators on YouTube that are into doing adventures on their games and stuff like Daisy or Rust or something that may want music in the background. You know,
Right, right,
that's where I'm kind of aiming at that side of things, as well as film producers as well.
right.
Sometimes they want to make a trailer
Yep,
and they just need a 2 minute piece of fucking music.
right.
And but they've also got the option to have all the stems there as well. That without any musical knowledge, they could take a 1 minute piece of music and stem it into two if they wanted to. Do you know what I
Right,
mean? And then
right.
add whatever else, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of coming from that side of things rather than just having, I don't know, a techno
Yeah,
side
yeah.
pack. Do you know what I mean? And
100%,
by the
dude.
way, I love techno. I fucking love techno. I fucking love techno. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't have to here, man. It's a safe place. We all love techno here. We all want to get back out into the world too.
Dude,
Oh,
dude, honestly, I mean, the thing was, I mean, I grew up playing piano when I was 7, right, and never stopped. But when it got to the very early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and I discovered techno and house, oh my God, I was all over that shit.
oh yeah,
Do you know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're
You
the
know,
same age, so
yeah, totally. And I
yeah.
was making records back then, but I never really got to show my proper piano creative chops. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because everything was
Mm-hmm.
always about like, yeah, you get your typical piano chords and making house and Detroit techno and Chicago house.
Right,
It
right,
wasn't
right.
to the sort of late 90s, early 2000s when I got involved in a lot of pop music and writing a lot of stuff like that, that I was doing string arrangement, counterpoint, everything like that. Do you know what I mean? When it came to doing that side of things. And
Mm-hmm.
this is why I think that these packs that I'm making now have became so popular because I understand that terminology and that sort of sensibility, I
Yeah,
suppose. You know?
yeah. You do have the whole package, if you will. you know, and it's really nice because you can feel that this is one Herculean effort, not something that's being orchestrated amongst a bunch of different people with clashing visions or anything like that. There is so much continuity in every little nook and cranny of your releases. It's just fantastic.
There's just a sonic through point that comes through all of my packs, you know. And I think that's really important, and it does give you that sort of signature sound. It does put your stamp on it. But then, you know, when other people are using the packs and then they're putting their sounds on there, it just creates a whole new thing. And it wasn't easy, because when I first started making sample packs, you know, you've got to go over this thing early on, and I've said this to so many people over the years, is letting go of music that you've made that you're going to give to someone else.
Yeah, it's a process.
If you can go over that, then you're golden.
Yeah.
You know? Because people are so precious about what they make, and I can totally get it. But see, when it comes to the dollar, fucking sell that bad boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And what's it going to do for you? Like, if you don't, what's it going to do for you? Like, you're going to make 400 or 500 more tracks, right? Are you going to remember that one? You know, or that instrument? I mean, come on. Yeah, I fully side with you on this one.
You're only as good as your last track. And,
Word.
You know, I've signed to like loads of labels over the years, some very well known. And honestly, in the last 7 years, I've probably made more money in that space of time than any big label I've ever been signed to.
Yeah.
You know? And we're talking about the big boys here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So fuck them. Just get out there. Be
100%. Yeah.
Make some money and just do your thing.
You and I are on that same soapbox, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're very lucky to be in the positions that we're in, with the industry being in the state that it's in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like where we started and where we are, I think we're lucky.
And I think, you know, we came from that generation. So it's just about kind of trying to teach people who are coming up now and saying, look, here's how you should do it.
Yeah.
You know, don't take any shit. You know, if you get a product that's really good and it stands up to everything else, just go for it.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll make a career out of it. And people, God, oh my God, I've dealt with so many salty people lately as well. I get that a lot. I get it a lot. Right?
Do you?
I'm not going to lie, bro. You know, it's like, who the fuck do you think you are and all that? You know, it's like, how dare you make money from what you do? What? You fucking serious? Fuck right off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. The people that say things like, oh, you're selling out, or, you know, I don't know. There are so many people that smear labels and individual success and exploration of sound, like all of this stuff. I think it comes from a point of insecurity. I think it comes from a point of feeling as though they're not making it in the way that they wanted to, and they're freaking bitter or something.
It's better because people are actually doing better than them, because if anyone gets up off their fucking ass and actually do something with their life, then
they could do it too.
Do it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, how dare you fucking like make money out of your art? Well, wait a minute. If you go way back like 30 years ago when computers were first invented, that was just a passion, and now it's become a fucking multi-million billion fucking business. What are you going to say to those guys? You know what I mean?
It's true. People were always asking me, like, are you seriously just going to dink with that sound all day? Where is this going?
Someone's just said it's like the heavy metal community. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Listen, right, you're going to get a lot of toxicity in so many areas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it happens in the creative industry because people seem to think that, like, oh, if you're doing this for art, then you shouldn't be doing it for money. Well, wait a minute, we've got
you're confused.
Do you know what I mean? We've got car payments, insurance, and we've got 4 kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Yeah. Artists aren't supposed to starve. It's just that we starve in the beginning because it's hard, and we struggle to get out of that position. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's amazing. You know, I think that's one of the things that Twitch has helped shine a light on is the vast difference between the stereotypical groups in the creative arts and then those that are highly supportive and really invested in learning and growing. And they're two totally different communities.
I think personally, people like your moustache and goatee beard more than anything else. I think that's why your stream is so successful.
It's my facial hair.
It's the facial hair, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Is that what it is?
It's the facial
Even when I don't
vagina,
shave the
as they
neck,
call it.
huh? It's just, it's great.
It's like you have constant like cunnilingus on your face.
It's true. It's true. I haven't even worn pants in like 9 months. I just pad down the stairs. I turn on the camera. I touch my beard and I hit the go live button.
Bro, I'm just like going, oh God, that's too much information. Like, honestly.
No, seriously, let me stand up. Just kidding.
Oh, Jesus. It's like everyone's in the comments going, send me dick pics, send me dick pics.
They're all on that clip button just hovering like, he's going to do it, he's going to do it.
Yeah, he's just no Purple's just in the comments going, yeah, send them.
COVID killed clan.
How have you been anyway? You've been all right? You've been good?
Yeah, I've been incredibly busy, dude. Oh man, you were on my short list right now. We have NAM that's happening right now, and then we'll calm back down and refocus on getting funding. And as soon as funding comes through, I'm going to give you a call, and I'm going to get you roped into Audio Design Desk as well.
Does that mean you give me money? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're going to give me money?
Yeah, like I was thinking maybe like a.
But listen, let's get this straight online because it's recorded and
yes, it's video.
Probably, waiting for this. Does it involve sexual favors?
Of course, it involves sexual favors, dude.
Good.
Of course,
I
it
just wanted
does.
to point that out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want people chucking me money unless there's something sexual involved, right?
Oh yeah,
So,
no, it's our normal deal. There's obviously sex involved.
I'll wear a gimp suit. I'll even cover myself in lavender.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
That's lovely. Like maybe a hint of sage too, a little more earth tone in there this time, you know?
Yeah, you're getting a bit more into like doing a fucking exorcism or something like that. Do you know what I mean? That you know, I know you get a bit dark, Chris, but that's just a bit too dark for my liking. Do you know what I mean? Fucking next you'll be saying get a Ouija board and shit like that as well, you know?
Oh,
like,
maybe just some Ouija tattoos. Like we could just tattoo a Ouija board on your back or something. This is taking a serious turn.
Wait, what? Sorry, Chris. Sorry. So you want me to get a tattoo in my back so that you can see it from when you're doing me from behind? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
right
but
now?
specifically, I'd like it to be a Ouija board. A Ouija board.
Bastard.
Yes. I'm going to sample that.
Dirty bastard.
But in all seriousness, though.
Yeah. So should we take some questions or something?
Maybe.
Book chat, because this is getting a bit sort of X-rated. I don't know.
It is. I wonder if I'm going to get like an email from Twitch later or something.
Well, for getting your baps out. Purple's getting a bit scared, I think.
Oh, what is Purple up to in here? Heidi, what's going on here?
She's a lady.
At least wear aprons.
Purple, I didn't even know you were a lady. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no, she's fine with being a lady. She's been a lady her whole life. Yeah, I've known her forever. Yeah, don't even feel bad about it.
Though? Is she cute?
Oh, she's beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah.
No way.
I mean, she's more beautiful than you. I mean, even if you guys were both wearing dresses and wearing lavender, she'd still be more beautiful than you.
No way.
No, seriously.
Jesus.
Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. It's a true story.
It's my
you should make sample packs like they made meth in Breaking Bad, naked in a camper in New Mexico desert.
Actually, that's brought me onto a really good point, actually. It's actually brought me onto a really good point, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I really fucking hate?
Huh.
And I'm not going to lie, right? There's been loads of hybrid music scores, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at movies like Dunkirk and all these sort of things. I'll check your face. I'll check your profile pic. Yeah. I really don't like hybrid scores. I really don't. I think they're the most unmusical fucking shit that I've heard. Do you know what I mean? If you look at movies like Dunkirk, right, which is like a World War II movie, there's nothing memorable about that fucking score. Nothing.
It's like
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like a freaking attempt at a money grab and completely missing the mark of why those forms of music even exist in the first place. I don't know. I think it's one of those read the room moments, you know. You're talking about an historical drama here. We don't need. Yeah, I side with you on that, but not with all hybrid scores. I think that some hybrid scores have been great. Like, I mean, look at Cool Runnings.
That's an old fucking movie. Now you're just showing your age, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay, well, let's explore this. E.T., no hybrid. It was great. Star Wars, no hybrid. It was great.
Wait a minute. Right.
Huh.
You know, we're talking about John Williams here. Fucking classic.
And no hybrid. So maybe you're onto something.
Do you know what? The next sample packet I'm going to be working on is Tesseract 2, right? Follow up to the highly successful Tesseract 1, right? So I was thinking, should I incorporate the hybrid element? Because that's really popular at the moment, right? But the problem is that when people buy sample packs, they want musical elements, you know, they want things that make them feel something. Hybrid scores do fuck all for your emotion, really. There's nothing emotional about them. They're just underscores and drones and, do you know what I mean? Things that filter up and down. What the fuck is that going to do for people? And I'm really struggling with that. You know what I mean? Can you help me? You actually
I can help you. I charge 50 minutes at a time. I have a comfortable couch and no pants.
Well, we know you're going to do the no pants dance. You know?
I don't know. It was successful in chat 5 minutes ago, so I think I might ride this wave for a while.
It's kind of like, I don't know, Purple is pretending that she doesn't like it, but I think she does.
What, the no pants thing?
Yeah, and I think Saf actually quite likes it as well. But do you know what I mean?
They had strong reactions. We're going to assume that they had feelings.
Facts don't care about feelings.
Facts don't care about feelings.
So what's new with you anyway, bro? Because you done the pack for Ghost Hack as well. You know, you did the
yeah,
which was really good. And by the way, I'm a bit actually disappointed you never sent me a copy.
I never sent you a copy?
No.
I'll send you a copy today. I'll send you a copy today. Is that why you moved out to space? It's like you've just been floating in space in isolation and depressed and...
Yeah, it was, I can't remember what it's called, but it was really nice. I listened to the demos, actually.
Dark Energy, I think is what it actually ultimately ended up being called.
Yeah, I think it was called Dark Energy.
I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I had a work in progress name for it, like Dark Textures or something like that. And yeah, Dark Energy. Cinematic textures.
Sort of kind of purple.
Yeah, there it is. It's quite lovely, really.
Ah, there we go.
I mean, it's not as lovely as you, but it is quite lovely.
No. Hey, listen, we're not in competition here, but it was such a nice pack. But, you know, I was expecting my copy, you know, like, since I send you my shit, and I just thought, I'm not happy.
I'm a rude asshole.
I just think, you know, you just don't spend enough time online to tell me stuff. You know?
Yeah, I think maybe that's it. Hey, do you have a couch I can lay down on it for a minute? I think I need to get some stuff out.
Listen.
No, I've got more stuff cooking for Ghost Hack, and
what you got coming up? Tell me.
It's going to be another cinematic pack. It's going to be on the slightly ambient side. Okay. It's mostly hybrid. No, I'm just kidding. But it's going to be tasty. There will be a bit of the texture kind of element that's running through this one.
Yeah.
but a bit more traditional. Like this is the dark energy one is very like
Yeah.
texture driven, very atonal in nature, but really really good to spice up some scenes.
But you make some really good stuff though, I have to say.
Well, thank you.
In terms of where, because I come from a different sort of side of that. I do everything quite traditionally with sound, and I think you're more in depth with you using serum and stuff like that, whereas I make sounds a bit more from what you would do back in the 90s,
Right.
in the late 2000s, using samplers and stuff like
Uh
that.
huh. Uh
So,
huh.
because I use the GR1, the GR1's fucking amazing.
Mm, mm.
I don't think there's anything that can touch that hardware granulator synth. There's nothing.
You're a lucky
There's
bastard.
literally, yeah, there's literally nothing that can touch it.
Well, I mean, you can
Um,
touch it. It's yours. That's
yeah.
fine.
Do you know
That's
what I
fine.
mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
I do though.
you've got like the Quantum that was
Hmm.
the granular synth, but this thing that I've got can't even a Quantum can't do it. And it was like a third of the price or something like that. Um, and there's a waiting list for like 5 or 6 months for this fucking thing,
Dude.
and I got it same day as I ordered it, only because I contacted the company and says I want one, and they went, "Oh, we know a guy." You know what I mean?
Let me
So
hook
I
you
got
up.
it,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know,
That's nice.
and
Yeah.
arrived 2 days later. But this thing is just fucking.
Oh,
It's something else. You don't even need to have a MIDI keyboard synced up to it. You just hit play. You can have like 4 partials linked up. Set the key. You can spread it so it goes all fucking stereo and switch. Oh man, it
mm.
puts Omnisphere right in the shade as well.
I'm sure it
It
does.
fucking does.
I'm
See,
sure it
honestly,
does.
bro, see when you put this thing through a Strymon Big Sky, it's like Interstellar
That is game
all
over
over
right
again.
there.
It's game over. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
match made in heaven. In the heavens, we shall say.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 They are
Someone's
they are just nabbed right out of the quintessence.
100%. Someone's just asking, what is your main production flow? Hold on, let me just. I don't know why that's. All right, okay, that's it. Right, okay. Main production flow. That's coming from Paul.
Hmm.
It kind of changes from time to time, because you get a lot of these producers and composers that will have a template, right? That they always have every time they open a project. I
Hmm.
don't work like that, right?
Yeah,
Because
me neither.
I think what ends up happening is everything will sound the same. So I'm a Cubase user, always have been for the last 30 years. When it comes to a certain, let's say, I don't know, a certain sample pack, I do have like my sort of go-to synths that I'll go to. Like I do go to Omnisphere. I use a lot of Spire as
Hmm.
well, which is
Hmm.
a really good synth.
Yeah, it is.
Um, Nexus as well. Sometimes I go to that and
Hmm.
then take sounds from that and then manipulate them and do whatever. Kontakt is a huge thing for me because I've got a
Oh
massive
yeah.
database of sounds that I've created over the last 20 years.
Oh yeah.
Um, I used to back in the day record live violins and all that sort of stuff and live drums. So I've got like a sort of I've got like about 4 or 5 gigabytes of like just snapshots of stuff. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? That I can then
Hmm.
use. Um, and yeah, I mean that's really it. I don't tend to stick to the same formula every time,
Hmm.
because I think that's what it does, is it creates an individuality. I mean, I see all these guys on YouTube that have got their templates set up with like 200 tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've got the same strings set up with Spitfire and whatnot. I just can't do it. But their stuff all sounds the fucking same. Do you know what I mean? It's
Largely.
like
Yeah.
it does. It
Yeah.
does, because
Yeah.
yeah, they've got the same string set up and the same oboes and their clarinets and stuff. And
100%.
I just
100%.
I can't. That doesn't turn me on with music. I think you've got to look at each project individually and go, right, okay, here's how this one's going to be. You can set up like I don't know, like Yuhi Diva,
Yeah.
and get your analog sort of stuff set up and just
Word.
go with the flow.
Yeah,
That's all you have to
I
do.
hate the monotony, the overplay, the repetitious nature of the music industry in general, and everyone being like, "Ooh, that's great. I'm going to make that too." And it's like,
Yeah,
and then when you finally reach this point of like, you're making moves, you've got opportunities,
yeah,
and you start doing it to yourself. It's like, oh, well, that one got me this opportunity, so I'm going to make everything just like that one. And it's like,
yeah.
oh man, you're completely missing the mark. Like that's,
Exactly. Exactly. And,
yeah,
we're all guilty of that at the end of the day, because sometimes when you're making a product, and when I say product, I'm just kind of talking about what I do personally. Um, there is that sort of trap that you can fall into where you go, oh, that was really successful, that one. I'm gonna do this, that, and the next thing. I mean, and I kind of did with the Shimmer Pack, and then went on to the Sky Realm. But I did take it to the next level, and added a lot more content that was not in Shimmer.
hmm
Do you know what I mean? So
hmm
as long as you're up in your game for your products, then you're fine. It's a bit like making a record, It's like,
absolutely,
yeah,
it is. Yeah,
you have your first record and does really well. You want to make sure your next one's going to be even better, or at
yeah,
least, to that point where you go, actually, yeah, it's on that level. But it's hard to kind of try and carve your way into something. But I think, like, with all the demos that I've heard today, some of them were just like, man, this stuff is really fucking good, you know?
we've built a really
Um,
nice, fun community here with some very talented people.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the stuff that, listen, yourself, music, art, everything is subjective, right? And there's always going to be something that will pick holes in your fucking track and say,
yeah,
oh, maybe you should do this. But you know what? Especially if you're making dance music where, you know, it's out there playing, it needs to be out there for people to experience. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
if you can get that to that point, and just say like, okay, yeah, just change a little bit of EQ, or maybe use OTT just to suck out the mids just a little bit, and get it out there, man.
yeah.
Music should never be so precious.
No,
It
it's about
shouldn't
having
be.
fun. I mean, come on, people are
Yeah,
going to shake their butts to it. It's not that serious. Let's just get it out there, you know? Let's get it out
exactly.
there.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a sound system. It generally runs in fucking mono. Do you think anyone really cares about like your spatial fucking reverb? No, they don't.
They're never going to know in the club, that's for
They're
sure.
never
They're
gonna
never going to
fucking know
know.
it. You know. But
And if they took the right
there's
pills in the bathroom before all the music started, they're going to hear it in 5.1 anyway.
Well, if you want to talk about that, I was like that for 10 years, man. I spent the best part of 10 years back in the 90s, like not only making music, but absorbing it as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
obviously the drug culture. And dude, it was the best times of my fucking life,
That's so good,
honestly.
huh? The 90s, man. There's nothing that touches the 90s.
There's
Oh,
nothing,
man. There's
it was the
nothing.
best drugs and best music. I
The
mean,
best music scene. Everyone just jamming together, and like the competitive feelings that are around in general nowadays, just they
mhm.
didn't seem to
It's
really
so true.
exist.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
true. And I think it was like, many a times talk about the 60s being a summer of love and stuff like that, like Woodstock. But I
hmm
think, each decade has that moment.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think by the 90s, the drugs just get so much better. And then it tailed off by the 2000s because, they were just like ripping it with loads of crap in them and stuff. But,
Yeah.
it was just part of the thing. And it done a lot for me, like, because I remember, like, I was working with a lot of big names back then, like massive names I was working with. Um, like the Source Candy Stanton that done one of the biggest dance tracks in the world called You Got the Love,
hmm
which is probably one of the biggest tunes of the early 90s. And I was on Top of the Pops with them back in the early 90s. Now, Top of the Pops was the biggest TV show
Hmm.
back in the UK. It's like, top 40, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And, and I remember, like, actually hearing those tracks, not just in MTV on your telly or on the radio, but actually seeing these songs and hearing them in big, massive venues, it was a total eye-opener, you know,
Yeah.
and how music should be made and where things should come in and where things should come out and how the structure of a song should be, you know?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
fucking really opens your eyes. Nowadays, people think that they can go on YouTube and go, yeah, I can make a record. Sorry, it doesn't happen like that, you know? It really doesn't.
Truth. Not at that level.
Yeah, exactly. You know, this, it's the blind leading the blind on YouTube, unfortunately. So, and it's been
Truth.
like that for a long time, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You've just got to follow your own thing, and because I was never a DJ. That was the thing. I was never interested in DJing.
Right.
So I was always interested in making music, and people say, "Oh no, you've got to have a 1 minute intro with just drums so that the DJ can mix and stuff." And
Right.
and it was that thing. I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, all right, okay." And when I started doing that, that's when the difference happened. You know, I was getting shit on vinyl like every other month. You know. And then it got to the point like we're having normal jobs, and I thought, fuck this, I want to just do music full time, and that's how the whole sample pack thing came to fruition, you know.
It's how it first began?
Yeah, it was about seven. I mean, that's how I met you originally.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
in
Yep.
2013 or 2014 or something. I don't even know.
Um,
I think you reviewed one of my cinematic
2012, 2013.
sci-fi tracks,
I think
actually.
2013 because I think we were just recently back from like we had just moved back to the States from Thailand at that point.
Right.
And then yeah, we've stayed in touch ever since, so like 8 years or something.
Yeah, because it was kind of random because you did, I think it was my sci-fi elements or something pack.
That's
for
exactly what it
Netflix.
was. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
And what's my favorite color? Actually, my favorite color is blue, which is probably quite obvious considering you can see my background. Do
He
you wanna
wouldn't
know
have
what
chosen
star-
a
do you-
a
do you
pocket of.
wanna know what, do you want to know what star sign I am as well?
What
'Cause
star
I
sign
think
are you?
purple- I am a Libra.
Hey, I'm a Virgo.
Oh, are you?
I am.
You're a bit of a homebody then. You're a bit of a kind of like.
I
know?
I don't know. I'm always working on stuff. Although since the pandemic started, I've been at home like 99% of the time for sure.
I've not. I've just been doing what I do normally throughout the whole fucking shit. Nothing's
Have you?
happened to me. No, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I've got a little
Purple's a
kid.
Taurus. All right, okay, quite headstrong. Probably Purple's the type of person that would be really good in business. Do you know what I
Purple?
mean? Doesn't take no shit. Yeah,
Yeah, no, she'll own you.
yes you would.
I just put dark energy in your inbox, by the way.
Yes you.
I
Oh,
did.
did you?
I did.
Oh,
I did. It's because I love you.
oh, bless you, bro. No, do you know what? It's awesome, man. I mean, I love what you guys do every week. Just like I think as well, it's a community. Do you know what I mean? It's like listening to some, I don't know, upcoming sort of sounds and stuff. I mean, it was the guy the other week there. Is it Andremia? I can't
Yeah.
remember. He was doing some really good stuff.
Andremia is around constantly, and he has a really fun channel. The take one sound and transform it through granular synthesis into all of the sounds in a track.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing. It's a fun
I mean, I
thing.
would
We've been
hire-
working
I
to
would
find him a
hire
fun
him.
label, actually.
Like I said to you the other week, I'd fucking hire him for some stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Um,
You
know. But yeah, it looks like Tesseract 2 is going to be starting next week.
Yay.
So I may have to get you on some stuff on that.
You should. You should. I'm definitely going to get you on some
Hey,
stuff. Oh, it's Nate.
Nate's
What's up, Nate?
excited.
How you doing, brother?
God bless him.
Oh, speaking of Nate, I need to, Nate, I need to put your session on the calendar for Monday. And all y'all, I'm going to end the stream a little early on Monday so I can go meet with Nate. We're going to help him get plugged into this game industry the right way.
Yeah. Game is the way forward. Like even like things like mobile gaming and stuff. This is something that I'm looking into at the moment because I've actually got not only from a music aspect, I've got a couple of ideas for mobile games as well that I need to get some developers for. So
Yeah, this whole thing of like combating the everything sounding alike and people wanting to produce in similar veins is what everyone else is doing. It's actually been a big focus of the efforts with Audio Design Desk lately, and how to
Yeah.
go about developing new content that people can use in projects that can help push them in new directions and encourage them to mix content from different releases to arrive
Hmm.
at new sounds, and like trying to
Yeah.
find ways to mix in more atonal and texture based stuff to,
Hmm.
just add different types of character and introduce new harmonics and just like
Yeah.
change the focus really.
I I think when it comes to when I'm making packs, is I don't like to overcomplicate things because I come from that sort of generation where melody is everything for me, and emotion is everything. Everything now that you hear is so electronic and all that sort of stuff, and some of it loses a lot of focus. And
Hmm.
this is why I think such as yourself and the good people here that are listening, um, when they hear something really musical, and it might not be to their taste, but when they hear something from Skyrim, they go, "Man, that sounds so good."
Yeah.
Might not be anything that they like personally, but they know something good and emotional when they hear it, and
Hmm.
that means a hell of a lot. And that's where I come
Oh
from,
yeah.
um, and this is why I don't really understand the whole um, the hybrid stuff. And I get it, undertones and make something sound sinister and whatnot. That doesn't do it for me. It
Yeah, I
really
think
doesn't.
it's the I think it's the I think it's the screen. I really do. I think it's the
Yeah.
screen that's changed things. I think that with the new visuals and like content focus that's developed over the past 20 years or so, you just see
Yeah.
people trying to incorporate the things that impress them on their screen instead
Mhm.
of what comes through their speakers. And to be fair, people don't really listen to albums much anymore. And they don't just sit there and listen through their speakers much
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
So I think there's been a real shift toward this, like we must have deep
Thanks, Paul.
impact, and similar to what we saw with sub bass. When sub bass really started getting mixed into music at a certain point in popular music, you started to see these people trying to really drive sub across the entirety of a track, right? And it's like this is kind of missing the point of adding the serious impact and depth. And like over time it was kind of tamed in a lot of music, and it's we got to see it shake out. I have no idea where all of the cinematic hybrid stuff is going to go with music in general.
Well, I think, music has always been driven by technology, you
Yeah.
know. You know, you go back to the late 70s, early 80s when sampling became a thing, and then they were
Hmm.
sampling disco records and chopping them up. And then you had the Amen break that created hip hop. Do you know what I mean? It's everything, even
And
up to this
breaks.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, even software instruments like Massive created the whole dubstep scene back in like 2005, 2006. So, music has always been driven by what's been going on. Um, and, you know, but what's the really weird thing is when you listen to a Clash album or you listen to Oasis or a band like that, you go, nah, it just doesn't sound like it's dated. And that's because they don't use technology to make those records. It's all normal drums, guitar, bass. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
they
when
were
you listen
seeking
to,
balance. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you listen to Nirvana's album, Nevermind, from like 2003 or whatever. You listen to it now, it doesn't look any different. It doesn't sound any different
91.
to anything that was produced
Hmm.
now. And it's because they don't use technology.
Yeah.
Okay, they still use the analog recording and whatnot, but it sounds as fresh as it ever did.
Oh yeah.
Whereas if you hear a dance track or a pop dance track, you can admittedly identify what year that came from
Hmm. Yeah, it's
without
true.
a doubt.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
true
mean?
because everyone's
This-
reaching for the technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they followed the trend. You know, you had your Dead Mouse doing all that what. You had fucking Skrillex
Mm-hmm.
using Massive, the original Massive. I hate
And
that shit. I'm
FMA.
not gonna lie. I don't like that stuff. I'm not gonna lie. But listen, I would never diss music for what it is. It doesn't matter what what style it is or the quality. All music has worth to
Oh,
people,
absolutely.
But yeah, dubstep was never a thing that I could really get into.
Damn kids these days out there listening to dubstep on your lawn.
Well, I'm not going to lie, right? And I'm going to say this to your listeners and your viewers that I think dubstep, sorry, sounds like two transformers having sex.
That's why it's so popular.
That's all I'm going to say on that.
It's another form of ear porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bumblebee getting shagged up the arse by Optimus Prime. That's dubstep. And if anyone wants to argue against it, go and watch the movies. You'll know exactly what I'm talking
I remember, yeah, those sex scenes with Bumblebee are just off the freaking chain. Yeah, I remember hearing from adults around me when I was really into, my Anthrax and Megadeth and stuff when I was younger, and they're like, "This is not rock and roll. This is
were you into that? Jesus, bro, fucking hell.
right." And now, like looking back at all that stuff, man, post dubstep, that stuff is so tame. That stuff is so
It is.
tame.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah, it's
I
just
did
two
go
different
through
worlds.
I did go through a point where I quite liked Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm. Eddie.
I thought they were a good band.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
So what? 30 what? Squirting everywhere. Oh, Paul's going Pornhub right now. Look. Jesus.
We've unleashed them. Oh no.
jeez.
Andromia. Oh no.
Bro, what
Oh,
have
no.
we fucking done? I swear. Honestly.
Oh my goodness.
But I guess
Dapper Kitty just runs away.
I guess we should use that as an excuse because I think Paul's getting a bit like, don't know, I'm a bit scared now.
He may have actually just excused himself.
Or relieved himself, whatever.
Lurks even harder. Nate. You can't step away from this. Quit your day job. I mean, come on, really. Don't quit your day job yet, Nate.
Comment and then disappears. You can't fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? At least come in and own it. You know.
I think technically he can do whatever he wants because he's Uncle Chrome. He's retired. He answers to no one.
Yeah, he just does what he wants. I know. I respect that. And then now we get Purple Pro spamming stuff. What the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on
Organic
there? Bee Inspired Foundation works to help bees. I'm a little scared to click on this.
I'm actually don't want to do it because like it will take me to something like hot air ballooning or something like that.
It's good to be the king. Okay. It's a friend who's a bee hero. Let's just see.
Right. Okay, let's click on it, bro.
Okay, I clicked on it.
Right, are you ready?
Wait, why did my fan just kick on? I'm just kidding. Some good looking
wow.
honey. Pollinator corridors to help the bees.
I love bees.
I love bees. I love honey.
They're fucking amazing.
Aren't they though? Dude, they're so flippin' intelligent and it's incredible. It's incredible.
Did you just call me honey?
Did I call you honey? I love you, honey.
I think you fucking did.
And I love honey.
You big flirt.
Not right now, Ouija. Not right now.
I know. We don't want to get we don't want to get your listeners excited, you know.
Well, I mean, we do, but maybe not that excited.
We got to keep it PG-13. As I say.
Is that the rule on Twitch?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm really
don't
not sure.
You
I'm
hear
really
of all
not
this
sure.
shit, but it's kind of scary. But anyway, guys, yeah, I guess that's us wrapped up, right? We
I
play
think it's
some
I think it's
demos,
pretty
some
good.
sounds.
I just sent you Dark Energy, so you can
You fucking legend.
start downloading that and play with it.
Ooh, you did.
I did.
You fucking did.
We're seeing Rick's porn face right now. I just sent him new sounds in his inbox,
Yeah.
and he's like,
I just get too excited, bro. Honestly, I just get too excited. With
there's some
stuff.
weird stuff in there, man.
There we go.
There's some weird stuff. Careful with that.
New sounds. Do you know what? It's kind of weird because I've not downloaded new sounds in ages.
Right? Did you just get that little rush?
Yeah, because I'm so used to making my own sounds that
I hear you.
Use kind of like Christmas, for me, you know.
I hear you. Yeah, man. When you sent your stuff through this morning, I was like, ooh, new stuff.
Yeah, I was supposed to send it yesterday, but I was really fucking lazy and I was gaming. So
No worries, dude. That's a better excuse than I have, because yesterday I was just like balls to the wall, busy from beginning to end, and that was it. There was no break. There was no nothing. There was just like, oh god, okay, that meeting's over. Into the next one. Oh, and now I got to get all these sounds done, and then
exactly, you know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Listen, thanks to everyone for listening to our madness.
It is mostly madness. I think that's fair. That's fair.
I think we could call it that. But yeah, it was kind of weird though, because I was trying to set up my fucking webcam, man. It was like driving me mad. Trying to get the color properly, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, you can change your background." And I was like, "Let's have a spacey background."
Word. Hey, let's make a space pack together. Let's go to some alien galaxy and make a whole series of packs together, and each one can be a different planet in that galaxy that we're working through. I've always wanted to do this, but I'm so busy.
I'll do that as a deal, as long as we can impregnate female aliens.
Along the way, who are you, Captain Kirk?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We've got to make it worthwhile, right?
James Tiberius Kirk, as we live and breathe, is here on Twitch today, making his way through the galaxies. Planting seeds, if you will.
Boldly going where no virgin has gone before.
Truly, and literally.
Dude, that's a fucking TV series. We should actually pitch that to Netflix.
Oh, man. You know what? One of the streaming platforms would probably pick that up.
They would, actually. Especially when you mention the word streaming, we can say, yeah, we can include water sports.
No. Oh, you mean like polo? And
oh, actually, Paul just mentioned something. Do you remember that movie, My Stepmother is an Alien?
yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
Oh,
fucking loved that.
oh boy. Back in the days of Real
aliens.
Genius and Daryl and
Back in the day, bro.
right.
Back in the day. Well, listen, guys.
Time Bandits.
Do your shit, and yeah, it's been emotional.
I'm gonna need therapy.
I think we all will. I think Purple's going to need fucking therapy. Actually,
She keeps showing up. She just keeps all these people just keep coming back.
She's pretending that she's offended, but actually secretly loves it.
You know what's really funny is that a lot more people watch this offline than while we're live, and the comments and messages that come through are absolutely freaking hilarious. It's absolutely freaking hilarious.
When Rick says something good, gonna play the fortune cookie game and what?
A pen in bed. Yeah, you know, you read a fortune from a fortune cookie, and then you add the words "in bed" at the end. Like, soon you will find greater success in bed.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, listen, guys, I'm going to let you go and do your thing.
Word.
and it's been awesome. And thanks very much, Chris, for playing a few demos and a few sounds. And
Yeah, dude.
you know,
Absolutely. We didn't get to very many of them, so I think we'll probably play more of them over the next couple of streams just because they're so flippin' good.
dude, well, we need to get you the full fucking pack. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because there was no
I'll
way I was going to send you all that. You know.
yeah, I'll start looking for a different place, see if we can get an extra room to stick all the
Yep.
sounds in. 17.5 gigs. It
It's
probably
insane,
deserves its own room.
you know? So yeah, Tesseract 2 is going to be 13 gig over the next couple of months. So, but yeah, thanks, Saf.
Word. Yeah, let me know what you need for that, if anything.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to get you on it because I need some hybrid stuff. So,
Awesome. I'm there.
all right, guys, listen, take it easy and have a great weekend.
Likewise,
To
sir.
everyone, obviously, and for you, Chris, as well.
We'll see you again soon, huh?
Bless you guys.
All right. Take care, brother.
Much love.
Cheers. All right. Well, another successful chat with Zariss. We made it through it. And I, you guys, will be vacating the premises as well. Got a ton of stuff to do as usual. It's Friday. We are heading into a weekend. And I hope that all of you stay inspired while that happens. Where's my little music thingy? There's my little music thingy. And I hope you don't just stay inspired, but that you make something awesome. And then you come back and then you share that awesome thing with us next week. Tom, quit your day job, make a track. No, seriously though, big ups, dude. Having, what is it? 9 tracks in 8 days or 10 tracks in 9 days, something like that you need to get all done. It's great. You're doing the right thing, obviously. Weekend equals music, music, music. Nice. Zach, thanks for sticking around. Always good to have you here. Heidi, thank you. Andremia, Paul, Tom, Eric. Who else is here? Saf, all of you. Nate, if you're still lurking. Big love, everybody. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you again on the flip on Monday. And until then, cheers.